just going over it a bit. I definitely have like more things that I would say. And then I wanted to send you a message after, just because sometimes in the moment I'm not always the best at, getting everything. But for sure, I'll answer any of your questions.
Good. Like how's your ankle? Like that's really what I'm very interested at.
Yeah, like that's like when I was playing, I played a few matches like a month ago, and like at the end of the match, I had a bit of those impingements that I talked about. But I think overall, over the course of the program, it's gone down a lot, and it's really helped me like put a lot less stress on my ankles when I'm running. Like I feel like when I'm running, it's a lot more like effort free kind of thing, and my ankles are just floating along, not as much like hitting the ground with weight, you know what I mean? And I think that's made a huge difference, because I say that I had the impingements in the matches at the end of them like recently, but like I was having the impingements a lot earlier before, you know what I mean? So, and then that was a month ago, so I ended up stopping because I wanted to progress a bit more with this without going into those strenuous games. So we'll see how I'm going to play my first game on Wednesday, and we'll see how it goes. But I haven't had an impingement since those games. So that's been and then that was the main thing, right? Like that was the thing that was just causing me so many issues. So this is like very, like for sure helped it a lot.
Yeah. How does this? Because I found you through the mainstream PTs. How does this compare to that experience?
For sure. Like I mean, it just feels like I'm, going to the root of the problem a bit more, you know what I mean? Because it just felt like then I was just doing the same thing for like a whole year pretty much. And, it felt like I might get results if I was on a solid, month of training, but then I would just get an injury or something like that, right? So it felt like, there was short-term gratification, but then it did just in the long term, and I never seemed to progress with it.
How many? You said you went through what was it? I forgot exactly how long of PT that you did, but your ankle
Oh,
was
it was a
always
year. It
it
was a
was a,
year.
it was a year of PT, but your ankle still like it's not stable, right? So it still sprains. That's the problem.
Yeah, it was that, and then like there was that, and then I had these impingements in my ankle, and that was the main thing that I was just talking about. But yeah, I know I was gonna say in terms of like the spraining, like that's gone. I haven't rolled my ankle in like a very long time.
Right. Yeah,
And
that's the most.
I've even like I've gone like there was one match a while ago where I like stuck. I was on an unstable part of the ground, and like I just kind of went like this and went back, and the
Yeah.
ankle didn't actually move. It just went like this
Right.
and came back. So like that's been crazy, man, for sure. Like the general ankle stability has gone up so much.
Right. That's the fascia. That's why
Mhm.
we do this training, because it's supposed to prevent you from having further ankle damages and ankle sprays.
Yeah, for sure.
How's your glutes response?
That's gone up like crazy, man. I think it's still not quite where we want it. Like I have a lot more work to do,
Sure.
but I think when we did the towel, like the first time when we had our consultation, it was like a 2 or something like that, right?
Very
And
minimum. Very minimum. Yeah.
very minimal. And then I remember in like week 6, I felt like I'd already felt it a decent amount with like the hops and stuff like that. But with the actual towel curl, I like felt like as I was curling, I really felt like
Glutes.
clench in the glutes. And so ever since then, it's been like 8, 9 with most things. So
Good.
I still think that there's more work to do, but I mean, of course, like the difference is crazy, right? Not feeling it all when you're doing this and then feeling it like
Right.
completely.
Yeah, that's something that mainstream don't understand yet. Is that,
Mhm.
that whatever your feet is doing is supposed to translate to your glutes, supposed to transmit that information to the glutes, and your glutes supposed to be responsive. So a lot of people, they're kind of like they're doing that, but then there's no response in the glutes. So then of
Mhm.
course when they run, there is not going to be any glutes activation.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
so that's really interesting.
And that's
Great,
been
man.
the point where I've noticed it the most too, especially like the jogging. I never felt my glutes like that when I was jogging. And I just know like it's not always easy to remember like how you felt your glutes before, but I know it's different, you know what I mean? And I know like when I used to jog, I was all quad. Like I knew that. I can remember that for sure. So I can't say it's zero quad right now, but like I think we're going in that direction, and like the difference from what it was is crazy.
Cool. Huge success for you and Coach Ahmed here.
For sure, man.
Let's
For sure.
go.
Still work to do, but for sure, man. For sure, big change.
Absolutely.
All right. So what's going to happen to your body is that your core and your glutes are going to connect more.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Mhm.
what's going to eventually happen is that when you run, when you play, it's going to be effortless, and there's a lot of effortlessness. And when you strike the ball, it's going to come from your core and glutes, and this way
Mhm.
you can strike accurately.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've noticed that because I haven't been working on my shooting quite as much yet, but I've noticed that with my passing for sure, a little bit more accuracy for sure.
Mhm.
Like definitely, I've got some good skill with it, but like it feels like as I've gotten back into it, it's just been like the progression with the technical side has just gone really fast.
Absolutely, man.